it is, man. It's the one only Mr. Thanksgiving Baracko drama. It's almost my season, so I think I might want to bring you some gifts. Homie Soldier Boy's about to come in here, you know. Okay. Speaking of swag, there's a new artist. Is he signed? Is Lil B signed to
Yeah, Lil B signed to
SOD?
Yeah.
Now Lil B's been gaining a lot of attention these days. For I guess you could say for positive reasons. I mean, he kind of followed in your footsteps with your formula. You know what I mean? Took it real heavy to the internet, as a lot of people did, and he's made a name for himself. He's got a lot of fans. He's got a lot of haters as well. I'm sure it's something you're used to, and he says a lot of outlandish things, man.
You know, I always wanted to be the best. You know, I always wanted to be God. This is real talk. It's Lil B. Yeah.
Niggas hating on me, bro, I don't give a fuck, bitch. You feel me, young bass guy, nigga, this motherfucker. Man, I'm God, I look like Jesus, and I'm coming with that motherfucking heater. Bitch, suck my dick. Ride up, nigga, I'm motherfucking waterfront, bro. You feel me? Hey, bass guy in this motherfucker, man, suck my dick, bitch. I got bitches on deck, nigga, pretty boy, 100 million, 100,000, bro. Bass guy, bass freestyle, boy. Hoes on my dick, cause I look like Jesus. Young bass guy coming straight with the heater. Nigga mad cause I dress like Jesus Christ. I'm that pretty bitch, I'ma fuck her all night.
I'm not what you call a churched individual. I wasn't raised in the church. Of course, like most people in the hood, I went to church. You know what I'm saying? Moms was strung out on crack, strung out on drugs. Earliest I can remember, it's always been the streets for me. I was in a secular rap group in the Tampa Bay area, and I got my first record deal probably like in 97 with an independent label over there. Me and the group I was with, it just was, you know what I'm saying, we just was living that life, that super street life, man. I was, you know what I'm saying, I was the weed man. My roommate was selling dope, you know what I'm saying, cooking cookies, and that just was the life I was living. And we even had a few labels getting at us and everything, you know what I'm saying, inquiring about us, talking about they was gonna fly in the shows and all of that stuff. I mean, it was serious, man. And the cats that I was actually with, you know what I'm saying, I had heard one of the cats rapping one time in one of the songs talking about selling his soul for fast cars and riches for whatever reason. And I had heard Tupac on a song called Smile talking about selling his soul for fast cars and riches. That's who was saying that. And even Snoop Dogg on a song called Murder's the Case, he was talking about selling his soul, you know what I'm saying, how he politicking back and forth to the devil. And to me, you know what I'm saying, being lost in that street life, it was just words to me, you know what I'm saying, because I just was lost. I ain't know. You know, we think that everybody out there know that they're away from God. One night I was in my home studio, and it had to be like 8 to 10 people off in there. And we had beats and stuff playing in the background and everything. That's how we used to do it, you know what I'm saying? Everybody doing what they do, smoking, drinking and everything. And actually, it came down to it that dudes actually started being used by demonic spirits. And these spirits started speaking through them, you know what I'm saying? Devils started speaking through them, talking to me, asking me, you know what I'm saying, if I was going to sell my soul, telling me what I needed to do to take my career to the next level in darkness. I mean, dudes actually came up to me holding wads of money, saying, man, don't you want to make all this money? If those demonic spirits was real, if the devil was real, you know what I'm saying, and he was offering me away, then I knew that God was real. I was like, I'm going to commit suicide. I'm going to kill myself. I got all my weed, you know what I'm saying, I had my selling weed in one pocket, smoking weed in another pocket. But I know now that it was the Holy Spirit, you know what I'm saying, I heard a voice saying, you need to go to your mama house. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go to my mama house. I hopped in the ride, you know what I'm saying, and drove to my mama house. I wasn't going to tell her what was going on, but I went and sat on a chair that she got in the house, and she had, you know, the pillows that be on the chair, she had a pillow on the chair. I tried to cover the gun with it, and I just was sitting there. And I guess she saw the barrel sticking out from that pillow. She was like, boy, what you doing with that gun in my house? So I started coming clean with her, started telling her what was going on. She went and got the Bible. She opened it up to the 23rd Psalm. And all I saw was the Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. You know what I'm saying? I just started to confess. You know what I'm saying? Asking Jesus to come into my heart and continually looking at that scripture. A cleansing work began to me. For the next 7 days, I continued actually to hear the demonic spirit still propositioning me to sell my soul, you know what I'm saying, in exchange for fortune and wealth or whatever in that music game, you know what I'm saying?
What's been happening to Nicholas Schreck since the last time we met?
Well, we're entering phase 2 of Radio Werewolf's operation for world dominion. And what we're waging is a cultural war right now on every front, in music, in literature, utilizing the media against itself. What we're trying to do is bring back a resurgence of the Western European tradition that has been all but lost in the world. And we're using music because that's the instrument that young people respond to right now. We're doing propaganda directly to awaken the wolf in man, because the wolf is a symbol of Western European power and fury, and that's why we use the werewolf imagery.
I understand you're talking about the evolution of this, that your music is getting more into the political...
Well, our music, well, I wouldn't say political, because we transcend politics. Politics is merely the puppet show of human beings, and we transcend that, but we are interested in the control of human beings for our own purposes. Music of today is absolute swill. It's designed to keep young people passive, restrained, and it's designed to tame them and keep them into sort of domestic sheep. I would separate young people today into 2 breeds. There's predators, which are the wolves, and there are the sheep, and that's most of them. And we appeal to an elite. We are, frankly, an elitist organization. We seek a few excellent people. We don't want a lot of dross. We don't want a lot of mediocre followers. What we want are people who are capable of action.
Do you see a lot of, do you see some elements of what you're talking about in other music that's...
I think the skinhead movement is a very positive step away from the decadence of the rock and drug culture that has dominated the youth so much. But as Adolf Hitler said, we seek to bring about a youth that has closed its heart to pity. All of the humanist values that Judeo-Christianity has encouraged, we want to wipe them out. It's led to democracy, social humanism, the idea of equality. All of this filth has to be wiped out if the human race is going to continue to take the next step in evolution.
What do you believe that would be like if you were in control, as far as your attitudes towards your own people?
Well, we are in control, because basically we are not a political organization, we are an occult organization. We're working behind the scenes to manipulate the way that people think. The war that we are waging is a guerrilla war on the human mind. And we use musical frequencies, the dominant frequency, which I've referred to before, and symbolism and imagery to awaken dormant aspects of the human mind. The war that we are waging is a guerrilla war on the human mind. And we use musical frequencies, the dominant frequency, which I've referred to before, and symbolism and imagery to awaken dormant aspects of the human mind.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Bart Simpson holds out a stack of money in his hand and it makes an 11, pointed at a silhouette of New York with the two towers making an 11, and a 9 just pops up in the air right beside. Made no sense, didn't even say what it meant. It was like, ding, ding, 9/11 with the towers. And Bart Simpson goes, ha, ha, ha.
1993, World Trade Center bombing, remember? During the trial, one of the bombers claimed the CIA had advanced knowledge. The diplomat who issued the terrorist visa was CIA. It's not unthinkable they paved the way for the bombing, purely to justify a budget increase.
You're telling me that you're gonna fake some terrorist thing just to scare some money out of Congress?
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Hennessy, I have no idea how to fake killing 4,000 people. Or we're just gonna have to do it for real. Oh, blame it on the Muslims, naturally. Then I get my funding. Good night, old girl. Timothy, I'll be in Chopper 1. Oh, blame it on the Muslims, naturally.
We hand the most horrible forms of aggressive militant terrorist Islam.
Are the terrorists, are Islamic terrorists?
We are facing the rise of Islamo-Nazism.
The message is loud and unmistakable. Islamic extremists have not gone away. They still want to harm us.
Were they saying anything?
He was shouting Allah. He was shouting Allah. He was shouting Allah. He was throwing punches. Allah. Allah.
26% of American Muslims under 30 feel that suicide bombings against civilians are sometimes justified.
Is Islam a peaceful religion hijacked by a small minority?
The short answer is no.
Islam is an anti-Christ religion that intends through violence to conquer the world.
From 9/11 to the recent British terror bust, most of the terrorists we have faced have been Muslim extremists and of Arab descent. That's not an opinion, it is fact.
I also don't like that Muslim terrorist extremists are blowing up Americans.
And quite honestly, I think most Americans are sick and tired of hearing that Islam is a religion of peace. We get it.
The Islamic terrorist war against us.
Now listen, if you are easily offended, please mute the television right now. I'm not kidding. Really, I'll give you a hand signal when it's okay to listen again, because I'm about to say a couple of words. Here they are. Islamic extremists. Yes, and radical Islam. Okay, you can come back now. Oh, wait a minute, you're not offended? Really? Not even Muslims are offended by that?
Of course we're after Saddam Hussein. I mean, bin Laden. He's isolated.